Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Tinker230. I hope you guys are having a great day. Please let me know which games you guys are currently playing in the comments below. So welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. I'm going to go back to the tree, but first I kind of want to talk to, what's-her-face, Pasca, so I can see if she has any jobs for me.
Good day to you.
The innkeeper smiles brightly at you. Hello again. Come to rest your feet a while? I could use some reliable help. Do you know of anyone looking for work? Oh, well, I wouldn't say I can speak from experience, but we do have certain sorts coming by looking for work from time to time. If you want to hire someone on, I'd be happy to send them your way. Let me see what I have to work with. Oh, okay. Well, shit. This seems adventurers I can recruit. Okay, so it seems like to work the opposite way. Let's recruit one for 250 copper. Okay, let's try this. What do they do, though? Am I gonna have to create one from scratch? Is that how it works? Oh, okay. Holy crap. I have to create one from scratch. Wow. Alright, hold on. Okay, let's try that. Tarundra. Does that work? Random names coming in my head. Except you have one name, you're like Madonna. Done. You happy? How does this work? Oh wow, there's 3 of us now.
Sure.
Make an adventurer. Wow, that is awesome. Okay, so I have 3 of you. Alright, let's head outside to the tree. It's daytime. I also forgot I killed a lot of people here.
Yeah?
Careful if you head east. Oh yeah, that's right. Alright, so let's check their body. I don't need any of this stuff. Alright, so the plan is to go over here to the tree and see if there's the corpse. It's so visible right there. Alright, here we go. Caldara de Baranzi. Caldara de Baranzi. The squat, distended body of an elderly dwarf woman dangles from a thin, crooked bough that sags at the tug of her noose. The bloated purple flesh of her neck, worn away in patches like moth-eaten linen, bulges over the rope that suspends her, and her lifeless head lolls forward rigidly from one side to the other when the breeze shifts. You perceive a faint glow around her that casts no light on its surroundings, but there is a tepid warmth to it, and you feel somehow that you could reach out and touch it, not with your hands, but with some aspect of yourself that has no worldly dimension. Well, if I leave it alone, I won't be able to do anything, so I guess I'll touch it. Yowzer. You take a deep breath, clearing your mind, focusing on your objective. As you exhale, you feel yourself spreading out toward the hanging woman, perceiving all that lies between you and her with new unfamiliar awareness. Once you have expanded enough to reach her, there is a sudden jolt to your mind, a ringing, electric surge of images and words and sounds. Involuntarily, you shut your eyes and feel yourself being pulled down to some deeper consciousness in a space occupied only by you and the hanging woman. And when you open them again, she's staring at you with eyes clouded in a milky fog, her body still swaying in a wind you no longer feel from a tree that stands planted in a misty void. The woman gives a slow nod of her head, the rope creaking as she does so, and she smiles at you. Creepy!
Have you come here for me, dear? Or have you gotten lost? Ah, it is both, I think. Yes?
Her eyes squint as she peers down at you. Whoa, okay, first thing that I would say is like, am I imagining this? How about this? If this is actually happening, how are you able to speak to me?
Is that what we're doing? Perhaps it just seems that way. Perhaps it is the easiest way for your mind to make sense of it.
She gives you a motherly smile.
I think it is a very good choice.
Okay, am I imagining this?
No, I think not. A pity that. It would be simpler. A mercy even. To not have to wander anymore, no? Alas, we are here, you and I. Wherever here may be.
I think I survived the Buick. Do you know why that would be?
Did you now, dear? My, that would be something, wouldn't it? Could be luck, could certainly be. A storm can be a careless thing.
Continue.
Or maybe it got its hands around your soul but couldn't pick it up. A soul can be heavy if it stayed in one piece through its time. Strong souls, we call them in the trade. Cold, I mean. Called them. Those days are all behind me, no?
You said souls break apart over time?
Oh, yes. Entropy. Rimagan's work. We know little of why or how. We lose pieces of ourselves when we die, and pick up pieces of others when we are born again. But less than what we lost. We tried to stop it with the animantic sciences, but with little success. No. A very small few resist Rimergan's influence and stay together through some force of defiance, at least for a time. But they all succumb eventually, I think.
She clicks her tongue. Okay. I need to understand something that's happened to me. She nods, a look of pity on her face as though consoling a child.
The world looks a little different than it used to, is that it? Feels like you're noticing things for the first time that have always been there?
She nods.
You have seen past the shroud. It only takes an instant. Your soul remembers, yes? Remembers how it sees when it leaves the body, like being reminded of a dream you had forgotten.
She nods again.
You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
A watcher? I'm labeled something. I want to know something about you.
Me? I'll bore you to tears, though.
But this is the first spirit thing I've talked to. Who are you?
And here I thought you'd come to visit me in particular. Caldara de Baranzi, of the Valian Royal Academy of Animantic Sciences. Not the greatest of their number, but I came here all the same because this was where help was needed.
Sounds like she's related like Ezio in some weird universe. She laughs, a rasping, choked cackle escaping between rows of buttery yellow teeth, causing her body to bob up and down with each spasm. Seeing your blank expression, she catches herself.
Oh, come now. Such a question. As though the answer were plain as a rope tied for strangling. Allow an old dwarf her last bit of cheer. Well, I came where I was needed, didn't I? Offered my services to Lord Radric for a pittance. A humble pittance. I was to examine the Lord's wife, see why the gods have seen fit to poison her womb. Studied her for months, looked high and low for impurities, tested her valence, the permeability of her essence. Do you know what I found?
Tell me.
Nothing at all. A healthy woman, head to toe, blessed with a beautiful soul. Such a sweet woman, too. Meek, but warm-hearted. A few months' time, and the lord of the house demanded answers. For a time, I told him what he wanted to hear. Oh, yes, my lord. She is riddled with imbalances. I must have time to cure her. As the birth drew near, he grew impatient, as lords do. And this is where I've ended up.
What's an animancer?
A student of the soul. Something so basic, yet so poorly understood. But so many breakthroughs have been made in my lifetime. Had been made. Had been. To hear the locals tell it, we're a gang of soul manglers that preys upon the weak-minded. And the worst of us are. But the best of us? The best? Inspirations. Miracle workers. My parents were soul twins. Miserable before they met, empty inside. It was an animancer who helped one find the other. Turned their lives around. You wouldn't believe the stories. Amnesiacs helped to remember their lives. The suicidal brought back from the brink of oblivion. The elderly afforded extra moments to say their goodbyes. How soon we forget when we're afraid. It's a fascinating science. A fascinating time to be alive in a place like Deerwood that does not control the research, no? I love the Valian Republics for many things, but their recent caution will leave them behind, I fear.
I had other questions.
Of course, dear.
What's a Watcher?
What indeed? Long hours have many animancers spent studying such things. Not I, though. Not I. I'll tell you what I know, though, since fair is fair. And here we are, visiting, you and I, and it reminds me of better times. Souls pass on. Some say through Audra stones, which are the blood veins of the world. They leave the world for a time and are reborn into it, sometimes more than they were before, but usually less and seldom the same. For all souls there is a time where they do not live, yet have not passed on, and those souls roam the world, same as you or I, either leaving or lost. But no one sees them because they have forgotten how. A Watcher sees, though, knows what to look for. And sometimes they know a person just by looking at them, know where they've been in ages past when their bodies were other bodies. See memories even their owner can't recall. A wonder to behold when all goes well. A wonder!
So know where they've been in ages past when their bodies were other bodies. That's interesting. Kind of reminds me of like Avatar or something in that sense. What do you mean when all goes well?
Oh, nothing to be afraid of, I'm sure. It's just much to take in for some. Sometimes there's trouble sleeping or other difficulties.
She smiles at you reassuringly, fanning out a tuft of long whiskers that sprouts from one of her cheeks.
You should see old Merwald. He could tell you much more than I. A Watcher just like you. Helped many in his day. Took up in an old keep no one would claim. Not far, not far. Kadnua, beyond the Black Meadow. He will welcome the company.
Farewell.
Goodbye, my dear. It was lovely visiting.
Caldara closes her eyes and her head slumps forward over the noose, and your surroundings seem to bleed into your vision from some unknown place of waiting. Aloth looks at you through narrowed eyes. Are you alright? You seem lost just now. This happens a lot, you have to get used to it. I'll just say, I'm a Watcher, in surprise. His arched eyebrows recede into his hood. Well, that's interesting. He gives you a sly grin, and I expect that explains how you survived the Biowick. In any case, I appreciate your honesty. Since we're traveling together, it's probably wise for us to share these things. Do you know anything about Watchers? Only that they're rare, and that they seem to have unique insights into certain soul conditions. He coughs, as you just demonstrated. Let's continue on. Alright, travel to Caed Nua. But before I travel to Caed Nua, I'm gonna explore this town first. So what else do I have? Visions and whispers, alright.
17 and a half.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't want to... Can I... What do you
I
say?
have received confirmation that Lord Radric's heir was not born well. My lord has issued an injunction on all new homesteads until he can be assured that the village has been cleansed of all Eothasians and whatever other undesirables that have brought this curse upon his lands.
Did I read that last time? I don't
It
even
would
remember.
be best if you left town as soon as possible.
Ah.
I would suggest returning to your old home. There will be no place for you here. You may stay at the inn until you can make the necessary arrangements, but I would not advise remaining long. I
Okay.
expect Lord Radric will be most thorough in his efforts to purify this place.
He's gonna kill everybody. He's gonna need more trees. This is outrageous. I came a long way. Then you should have no problem continuing on. Trust me when I say it would be best if you were not here when Lord Radric's men are dispatched from this hold, his hold. They will be looking for anyone who might have brought the legacy upon us, whose very presence might have polluted his wife's womb. They will extinguish all possibilities. Fuck you. I don't want to know anything about your damn place now. Bye. I normally would, but whatever. So, map. Let's see, where can I go? The temple? That's fucked up. Let's go to this person's house. I want to explore all this stuff, and if there's any side stuff, then I will go to them, but if there's not, then I just shall be on my way. So let's go to Afra's house. To the left. Afra? How do I get to your house? It's right here, I believe. Oh, you have some stairs here, yes. Can I... Oh, I can just enter. Okay, cool. Afra? Wow, you look like you're some kind of adventurer. And there's a cat. It says cat. Afra? A dear wooden woman is standing in front of the fireplace, humming a quiet tune to herself, or perhaps of her unborn child, for she is clearly quite pregnant. She turns her head slightly as you enter.
Good day, stranger.
Well, finally, I was starting to think that one makes a startled noise when she turns around and sees you. Oh, I'm sorry, I was expecting someone else. She gives you a cautious smile. Can I help you? Nice cat. Afra smells brightly. Oh, thank you. She's a sweetheart. Keeps the house clear of mice, too. I just arrived in Gilded Vale. I thought I'd get to know the locals. Were you with one of the caravans? She looks at you hopefully. Master Odima's by chance? Oh, shit. Was she supposed to be on that expedition? Yes, I was. I'm afraid the rest of the caravan was killed. You knew Odima? Well, no. More than most here, I'd say. He doesn't usually come this way, but say he's a reliable old fellow. She pauses, brows furrowing. Wait. Why do you say knew? I'm sorry. The caravan was attacked. I was the only one to survive. Afra covers her mouth with a hand, eyes wide with horror. For a few moments she can manage nothing but a strangled, voiceless gasping, her eyes brimming with tears. I keep adding letters to words. I don't know why. It changes their meaning. I knew. I told her it was a dangerous path to take. Kalishka was always... God, she knows her too. Kalishka was always so certain she could take on danger. Afra sniffs. Oh, my poor sister. Oh, God. I'm sorry, stranger. I just... I can't believe she's gone. If only I hadn't called her here. If I hadn't written to her, she might still be alive somewhere. God damn it. Afra's face crumples and a solitary tear slides down her cheek. Why did you send for Kalishka? Afra wipes at her eyes. I'm worried about the baby, about the legacy. I told Kalishka as much as I could, but all I know is that for a long time now, every child born in Gilded Vale has been soulless, empty. It's happened to so many mothers, and Lord Raedric, he's exiled all of them, calling it a sign of the gods' disfavor. She sniffs. With my hat-hort gone, I don't know how I'd manage if I lost my home, too. I hope Kalishka could help me. They say Ranga, the old midwife, knows a way to prevent a child from being hollowborn, but she moved south to Anslag's Compass 2 seasons ago. The journey is too far from me. I can't make it as I am, but I don't have anyone else now with Kalishka gone. More tears run down her face. Please, can you help me? That's a long way to go. I'm not one for charity. What's a Gold Pack Knights? Kind Wayfarers. It's like a faction I can join. I'll find Ranga for you. Afra blinks, eyes wide. You will? Oh, God's bless you. Here, I'll give you coin to pay her with. You needn't trouble yourself with that. I think it's a drink she fashions out of... Well, I'm not sure. But it shouldn't be too much of a burden to carry back. I wonder where she is. Anslag's Compass is what we call the lagoon to the south. You'll have to cross the wilds to get there. That's what keeps me from trying it myself. She clasps her hands together. Thank you again, truly. You'll be saving us both. She sets a hand on her stomach, smiling through her tears. End of dialogue. Okay, cool, awesome. You have a staff, and that cat keeps moving. Okay, I can't take anything else here, but I can magnifying glass there. This worn, dog-eared book is titled Travels Upon Seldgus Sea. There is an etched illustration of a vast-finned leviathan. Okay. Let's go to Ingrid's house, right over here. Nantan. Hey, I know Nantan. I remember Nantan. Nantan! Ingrid, this man and woman appear to have been deep in conversation, working at closing 2 bulging satchels. They move to embrace until the woman notices your approach and pauses, her smile faltering a little.
Gods keep you.
Can we help you? She looks to her companion, brows furrowing with confusion. Do you know this woman, Nantan? Nantan coughs. Yes, I think we met in the Valewood. I warned her about the bear. That's right, that's why I remember his name. He inclines his head. Glad to see you've made it. Was there something else you wanted? You see, you two seem to be in a hurry. Or this one. That's unkind of you to say. I'm grieving my husband in my fashion. I'm only sorry I could not convince him to leave Gilded Vale before this happened. I'm relieved to be rid of this terrible place. That's all. It's cost me the greater part of my life and now my husband, and I'm glad to be free of it. You two seem to be in a hurry. Yes, I imagine so, Ingrod laughs. We're packing for a trip, actually. I've been meaning to visit Defiance Bay, and she looks at Nanton. Well, in truth, I think I've had my fill of this town. Is there anything you can tell me about Gilded Vale? Only that you'll want to be moving on as soon as you can. You have seen the tree, I imagine, but the rot grows deeper. If you're looking for work, I'd say you've a better chance of it elsewhere. Okay, goodbye. Nothing else here. Oh, something's going on at the windmill. We know there's more grain in there, Trumbull. We won't settle for scraps while you grow fat on our crops. A muffled shouting emerges from inside the mill. The first of ye drunkards comes through that door, gets a shot between the eyes. Gods hear me, Sweetener. That's a weird name. I'll put you down like a dog. Come away for now, lads. But we'll be back. Trumbull, and we'll have fair prices. Or by the flame, we'll have a reckoning. Investigate the feud. Okay. I can't move. Oh, they're talking to me. Why did they just disappeared? Okay, that's weird. Okay, that's okay. I don't think I don't need to go anywhere else. So let's go to the windmill and see what's going on over here. Hello. Oh, okay. An elven man stands before you, his relatively stocky build suggesting a life of labor. His face is pale and drawn, and his eyes wide. Behind him, a younger man and woman exchange worried glances. The miller raises a club as you enter. It shakes violently in his grip. Get back, if you value your life. Resolve. Hold on. I'm not here to hurt anyone. The miller hesitates and lowers the club. Wait, I know you. You just came into the town, right? Don't tell me Sweemer's already got his claws into you. Gods, that's all I need. What's all that ruckus inside? Oh, okay. My name is Numia Ari. I've only just arrived in Gilded Vale. Trumbull shakes his head. You picked a bad time to come visiting. Gilded Vale's had all its shine scraped off. Just a big dung heap now, and Sweener thinks he's king of it. They're all of them mad. Who's Sweemer? Sweener. The dwarf, the one standing out there spreading lies among the villagers. Bastard's been here for decades, and he hasn't got any kinder with time. The miller hesitates and lowers the club a fraction. Who are you? Is Sweener roping foreigners into his little crusade now? Let's see. What's all the ruckus outside? Where to begin? Sweener's whipped them up into froth, going on about the grain stores, claims I've hidden away most of it. All I do with the grain is sell it. I can't create it out of thin air, and I can't hand it out for free. I pay the farmers for the crops they bring in, and I sell what comes out of the mill. Most of it goes to the Black Hound on the west side of town, for ale. And Sweener and his lot don't mind that part. You take a look at the fields on the way to town, the crop's blighted, and most of what I'm getting from the farmers, Trumbull gestures to the sacks and containers, it's gone off, rotted through. I can't pay top prices for blighted wheat, and I've barely got enough good grain to go around. Sweener's howling after things he has no right to. Maybe I gotta have a talk with Sweener then. Seems like a pretty clean story for a messy situation. I see, I had other questions. How about this? Really? Trumbull said, Hillious tits. Gotta use a friendly face. I take it you heard some part of what the crowd's asking for. Grain, as if I got it all tucked away somewhere. Sweener's been egging that lot on for days. They've been keeping clear so far, but if things keep on like they are, I don't know how much longer they've got before things get messy. Please, if you're not here on his behalf, maybe you could speak to Sweemer? He won't listen to me anymore. Just explain that we're all getting smaller rations now. We're all making sacrifices. I'll go see what I can do. The miller all but sags with release. I'd be grateful if you did. He won't listen to me anymore, but maybe you'll have better luck. Wait, did I read that already? We'll be in your debt for it if you can convince him. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Wow. So many quests now. Investigate the feud. Black Hammer Smithery. Seems legit. Hello. This is a huge place. Guard. Commoner. Apprentice. Harlan. I can read those people. It's so weird. Tuatanu. This Aomao man is of an impressive build, towering above the countertop. His skin is the dusky blue of the deeper oceans, and his thick arms boast corded muscle. Small ears frame a square-jawed face coated in a smeared soot and arcing black tattoos alike. He offers you a broad smile as you approach. Welcome. You're the first new face I've seen in quite some time. What can I do for you? What do you have here? You come to us at a strange time, I'm afraid. The stock's not what it used to be. But we've fine weapons and armor to offer you. I'll forge right here at the Black Hammer. Show me what happened. We just don't have the supplies. Been expecting the next delivery for near on a week now, and haven't seen a sign of it. Have to expect that they were hit by bandits. The road out east is crawling with them, or my workers ran off with the wagon themselves, maybe, to make some coin. He snorts, as if a lot would dare. He's right about the bandits. Dire situations in villages like this, and the exodus to the cities has created far too many opportunities for unscrupulous sorts. Tuatanu scratches his jaw, thinking, if you happen to be headed that way, maybe you can keep an eye out for a supply wagon, or my shipment at least. They'd be cutting through the Black Meadow, I expect. Only good road for it. As it is, most of our weapons go to His Grace, Lord Radric. Tuatanu glances at the nearby guard, and that's as it should be, but it doesn't leave much for outsiders. We just don't have the iron. I'll see them back, safe and sound. Wait, where's the wagon traveling from? I have a question first. We send the wagon up to the New Hayamar with weapons, and it swings around through Logholm and the like to purchase supplies. Shortest route back is through the Black Meadow and then north through the wilds. Tuatanu shakes his head. Had a trader come through with word they'd make it to Logholm, but haven't heard a thing since. I'll find your supplies. Then you have my thanks. You bring those supplies back, and I'll have plenty more to offer you. A discount to start. Oh, and if you find my workers, tell them to hurry it up, or they can take up farming instead. Cool. Alright, well, that's going to be the end of this episode. I was just collecting quests for this episode, and started, like, the main quest. I found out I was a watcher, which is pretty cool, and I can see into people's souls and read a lot of dialogue, which you guys are probably just going to scroll through, because reading that is going to parch my throat. So anyway, if you guys made it this far, I know the episode wasn't exactly action-packed. It was, like, a lot of reading, and, like I said, a lot of, like, quest gathering, but, usually when that happens, when I gather quests, then later on, you know, I can do all the action-y stuff later. So, anyway, if you guys made it this far, thanks for watching, and as always, take care, and take it to the out. Alright, guys, game on, everybody. Fellas, oh god, I'm gonna have to talk to everybody? Whoa, what's going on here? Oh, hanged people, nice. On a whole, wow, that's a lot of hanged people on that tree, man. What is up with this town? I'm not gonna get hanged now, am I?
You must be one of the new settlers. Welcome to Gilded Vale. You'll be pleased to know that we've had some recent vacancies here.